We're actually having our second busiest June in nearly 20 years, but the industry overall is definitely seeing some softness. And I'm confident that on Bloomberg, I've heard you cover airline earnings and what Ed Bastian was saying about, the fact that airlines are having to cut capacity in September in order to get back to profitability is something that we're all paying attention to.
Are you experiencing any cuts in routes to or from Pittsburgh's International Airport?
Yes, we have seen some as a result of Spirit's bankruptcy, definitely, but that's not unique to us. Otherwise, like I said, we're having a great summer. It's just that we were expecting to have a better summer. Okay. So, we're in good shape. We were expecting more traffic this summer.
So what are the drivers for that, pullback, drop off in traffic here over the summer?
Well, so one of the things, there's no question, there are a lot more schools starting in August, and I think that I agree with Ed Bastian that definitely has an impact on August. I would say that the other thing is that, as we have seen, we were all expecting much more growth in air travel for this year when we were doing our plans. And while as I said, we're flat against last year, we expected to see an increase. And, there's a lot of reasons for that. We're certainly not the only ones experiencing it. We are seeing that globally and nationwide as well. So lots of reasons, I'm sure.
So are you all at all being impacted by the strikes from Air Canada?
We are not being impacted by the strikes for Air Canada. We have had service flying to the markets that we have here, Montreal and Toronto. And that has not been an impact to us directly as of yet.
There's only so much within your control. Yeah, I don't,
that's right.
That I think maybe that's like a mantra that we all should be repeating all the time.
Right,
but I think especially with you, because, you think about it from the perspective of customers, they're not necessarily, the airports it's table stakes, right? They're going to, especially in a place like Pittsburgh. In New York City, it's like, okay, well, I can choose to fly out of LaGuardia, Newark, or JFK, depending on where I'm going and where I'm coming from. So if you think about it from your perspective, what do you do in a situation where your expectations don't meet reality?
So that is, first of all, that's the job, just to be clear, right? As an airport, we are definitely at the mercy of the airlines and the decisions that they make, as well as our passengers and what's affecting them, their household economies, or what's happening in their businesses. So what we've done is spent a lot of time, candidly, reimagining what the airport can do and be for the community, which is why we have, for as much focus as we have on the day-to-day operation and making sure that it runs safely, that we're building this new terminal, we're demonstrating to our business partners that we are a good business partner for them. We are also investing in a lot of other activities that perhaps airports don't necessarily pay attention to: energy independence, on-site SAF production here at the airport, looking at how we use our facility as a technology innovation accelerator for airlines and airports globally. In other words, how do we participate in the broader economic impact using the facilities that we have? And that has actually been incredibly successful for us. So while passenger traffic will drive the majority of our revenue, we are looking to diversify that revenue stream in order to be able to continue to invest in necessary capital and programs that are really going to make this airport be everything it can be and should be when traffic does return and continues to grow.
Christina, if summer wasn't as good, what are expectations for the fall? Of course, we have a couple holidays, Labor Day right around the corner, Thanksgiving ahead. What are the expectations moving forward in the fall?
We're all watching the major airlines to see what they're going to do with capacity. We're watching Spirit. We're looking at how Southwest is managing in its. Right now, we are expecting to continue to not realize what we had budgeted in for growth. So we were looking for 6% this year, and we are expecting to probably stay flat. And that's something that we're working around. At the end of the day, and you know this, you both have been covering this industry for a while, traffic always comes back. It always comes back. And it usually comes back stronger. So what we do is we ride it out and we manage in the meantime.
Hey, we only have about a minute left, and I want to get 2 more questions in. Sure. First on what happens this winter, and if you're seeing signs of airlines pulling back even more this winter.
Not yet.
Okay. Not yet. So stay tuned for that. We could also see airlines increase capacity too. It doesn't just go one way.
That's right.
Let's talk about October and the new terminal opening. Still on track for October?
Still on track. We have not set a final date yet, but yes, still on track. We are moving forward with lots of trials and testing, integrated trials, and lots of events for the community and for the industry to let everybody see what they can expect. But yeah, we are so far on track for sometime in October, date to be determined.
What can people expect?
Oh my gosh, it's fantastic. You should come see it. It's
I saw it under construction. It was just walls.
Yeah.
That I couldn't see into,
Well,
so I don't know.
It's different now.
Okay.
So it's actually like nothing else in the U.S. It's beautiful. It's filled with lots of natural light. There's lots of space and lots of good intuitive wayfinding, universal access, space for meeters and greeters. It makes sure that everybody who needs to use this airport as either an employee or a passenger and or a partner is going to get what they need and be able to deliver services to each other rather seamlessly. So it's spectacular in terms of design, and the services we'll deliver, we think, will be far superior to what we're able to do today. A lot of that enabled by technology that keeps people still at the center.